On Elon Local News.
It's not over. Hurricane Florence cleanup is still in need of volunteers.
The colors of pride. We take a look at the 4th annual Pride in Alamance County.
And sweet donations. How one fundraiser is baking for a cause.
All that and more.
Elon Local News starts right now.
Live from the Jane and Brian Williams studio at Elon University School of Communications, you're watching Elon Local News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Grace Morris.
And I'm Samantha Casamento.
We begin tonight with a group of students trading their fall break vacation for some hard work. Our Maeve Ashbrook has more.
Victims of Hurricane Florence are still recovering after the storm hit the Carolinas a month ago. Service Learning Director Mary Morrison is organizing a group of volunteers to travel to Fayetteville, North Carolina. She says this would not have been possible without the support from families during Parents' Weekend.
They provided about $3,700 to help pay for gas, food, transportation, that kind of thing. So that was generous because we really didn't have funds to help get people to the affected areas.
Elon Volunteers is looking for anyone passionate about service to join them. Elon Senior, Audrey Funk, is one of those students.
Especially being at Elon, we're from all these different states, but North Carolina is our home right now, and I think it's important to help in any way that we can.
Morrison, who has worked in higher education for 20 years, says she values community engagement and hopes students will learn lessons they can take back to their communities.
For me, the exciting thing is to see students discover this work and to get out in the community and meet people that they would never meet and hear people's stories that they would never hear, and to see the excitement that they have coming back and say, I got more from that than I gave.
Even though Elon wasn't directly hit by the storm, both Funk and Morrison say it is important that Florence relief is an ongoing effort.
If there is any way to help, we have access and we can. And since Elon is coordinating different trips, I think it's a responsibility of students here to reach out and help if they can.
Morrison is working on coordinating dates for future trips to Fayetteville in December. Maeve Ashbrook, Elon Local News.
Elon Volunteers has trips to Fayetteville on October 11th, 20th, and 27th. Students can sign up on Phoenix Connect.
And if you're heading out of town for fall break, you might need to fill up your gas tank.
Our Paloma Camacha is live in the studio with the latest Pump Patrol. Paloma?
With fall break quickly approaching, Elon students are getting ready to hit the road. Students who are driving may want to cross state lines before filling up their gas tanks. For people driving up north towards Maryland, D.C., and New Jersey, the cheapest gas is in Virginia at an average price of $2.68. If you're driving down south, South Carolina is the cheapest, with prices around $2.61. Here in North Carolina, there's an average price of $2.71, and the Circle K across the street is $2.71. Wherever you go this fall break, make sure to drive safely. That's all on this Pump Patrol. Back to you, Grace and Samantha.
Thanks, Paloma. And when we get back from fall break, an Elon experience that has not been seen since 1999. President Connie Book's inauguration is scheduled for Thursday, October 18th. Former President Leo Lambert says Book's inauguration will be a symbolic moment for the institution.
I think it is not just about Dr. Book taking the oath of office and having a medallion put around her neck by the chair of the Board of Trustees. It's literally the whole community surrounding you, and faculty and staff and students and coming together.
For more of our interview with Leo Lambert and other notable campus leaders, be sure to tune into our special coverage of the inauguration, starting with ENN Morning at 10 a.m. on October 18th, and then our live inauguration special begins at 2:45 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Students who don't get their flu shot back home during break will have a few more chances on campus. With the change in the season, university physician Jeanette Archinall says preventative measures are the key to staying healthy.
What people don't realize is that very often you contract and contact infections by touching a surface. Then you push your glasses back, you push your hair back, you blow your nose, you open a door, you've got some germs, somebody opens that door after you. That's how these things spread.
Flu shots will be available to students on October 11th at the Francis School for Health Science on Haggard Avenue from 2 to 6 p.m. and on November 8th from 3 to 7 p.m. in the Corey Gym. A full story about flu prevention will be in this week's edition of The Pendulum coming out on Wednesday.
Although the Elon BioBus has stops in Arts West, the Global Neighborhood, and McMichael, some students in one neighborhood are feeling left out. Anthony Chapman has more.
Even with these 6 BioBus routes, students still feel they aren't doing enough.
It can be a little bit inconvenient at times when I need to get on campus super quickly.
Having a stop at Mill Point would be very helpful.
Mill Point would actually be very convenient, yeah.
Junior Shawnee Harris-Lenore says that she is frustrated with the bus system.
I think that it can really be improved to maximize where students really walk and to get different places that students actually go to as opposed to places that people think they go to.
Harris-Lenore is living at Mill Point this year and doesn't feel safe walking home from campus.
It's not a lot of lights, so you can't really see what's going on. And being as though I am a woman walking on this campus, you got to be aware of everything. So the fact that I have to, I can't have my earphones in when I'm walking home. I have to be extra cautious.
Harris-Lenore says she has continuously tried to solve this problem.
When I voiced my concerns about the BioBus to the president, Kenneth Lamar Brown Jr., he said that it came up before, but the issue is funding and having the drivers that could get students from point A to point B. So it's an ongoing issue, but I just think people aren't listening to the students.
Executive President of the Student Government Association, Kenneth Brown Jr., says the university tried to make routes on further parts of campus, but they stopped because people weren't using them.
I think the university is willing, to listen. I think anyone's willing to listen. But the other part about it is, do they have the resources at this time to be able to accommodate any potential changes?
Brown says administrators may see things differently than students.
Maybe some administrators or other people don't ride the bus that often or at all, so maybe they may not know unless someone brings it up to them.
And for Harris-Lenore, she just wants someone to listen.
I just feel like they just forget about us over here.
Anthony Chapman, Elon Local News.
Automotive Services Manager Keith DeMont says the staff researches the most popular requested routes and presents them to the Student Life Office for approval. Any new changes are added to the routes in the following academic year. With Election Day 29 days away, the race is on for voter registration.
We took a look across campus to see how many students know about the big day.
It's the second Tuesday in November.
You know when Election Day is?
Yes, November 6th.
They're next week, right?
They're November 6th,
okay.
So close. You know that elections are coming up. Do you know the date of elections?
I know it's soon.
It's November 6th.
Okay, yeah.
You know when midterm elections are?
November?
Isn't it tomorrow for the primary?
Are you registered to vote?
Absolutely.
I just have not gotten to that.
Are you registered to vote?
Yes.
So are you registered to vote?
Yes.
I am in the process of doing it. I still need to send my form into the mailing system or whatever.
Voting for the midterm elections will be on November 6th. For the state of North Carolina, absentee ballots must be received by Friday, October 30th.
Although some might note today as Columbus Day, for the first time, both Elon and the state of North Carolina are celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day. This change aims to celebrate Native Americans and their contributions to our country. Last March, Student Government Association passed legislation recognizing the second Monday of October as Indigenous Peoples Day. Over 400 students, faculty, and staff signed a petition requesting Elon to make the change. Already 50 cities and 4 states have recognized the day.
Alamance County's Pride Festival drew in a crowd of students, community members, drag queens, and more. Our Nina Fleck has more on the colorful celebration.
Rainbow colors line the streets of Burlington for Alamance County's 4th annual Pride. This is a celebration of acceptance for those who identify in the LGBTQIA community. Allies like Mebane resident Jordan Thompson are also welcome.
This is my first Pride. I'm here supporting my sister. She wants to go by Tyler or whatever she wants to go by. I really don't care. But it's great out here, It's perfect.
Beyond the colorful flags and drag queens, Alamance Pride gives people the opportunity to get tested for HIV. According to Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 1.1 million people in the United States have HIV.
I got tested. I got tested. You really should go get tested. So I'm HIV clear.
Elon University senior Stephanie Milovic was happy to see the turnout for Pride.
You still see so many people out there, ranging from students at Elon to all members of the community, all varying ages, races, sexual orientations, and it's just incredible to actually be able to see that. See a group of people come together from across all types of demographic lines.
Thompson says the importance of the celebration stretches beyond Alamance County.
We can't be down in these people, man. Everybody bleeds the same, man. You know what I'm saying? We all the same person.
Milovic says that for her, the day is inspirational.
Gives you a little bit of hope, I'd say. Not just for the district, but state and country in a time that's a bit trying for us all.
Nina Fleck, Elon Local News.
For more on this story, visit elonnewsnetwork.com or pick up a copy of The Pendulum this Wednesday. And after the break, an innovative program planting seeds of change.
5-day forecast right after the break.
Well, Grace, it has been a hot day today.
It has been so hot. I was walking around campus today just sweating, and I just want to pull out my flannels and my leggings. I just want it to be cooler.
Me too. I'm going home to Pennsylvania for fall break, so I'm definitely bringing some sweaters with me because it looks like it's going to be cooler there. But we have our Amanda Gibson live under the Oaks right now with our Phoenix 5-day forecast to tell us what's going on at Elon. Amanda?
Tankers,
We apologize for technical difficulties. According to Feeding America, nearly 15% of Alamance County residents are food insecure, which means they have limited access to fresh food. But our Cami Benke spoke with one community member who is using a unique and organic approach to help put food back into our community.
Woolen Small spends almost every day here, inside a greenhouse at the Guilford County Farm.
It is a very safe haven.
Inside are fruits and vegetables ready for harvest.
We have about 4 types of lettuces. We have some turnips, tomatoes, and cucumbers, and squash.
It's a form of agriculture called hydroponics, which means the only ingredient needed for plants to grow is water.
We control everything. We control the temperature, we control the nutrients they get, the whole 9 yards.
After receiving a grant from the USDA, Small decided to use hydroponics to do something bigger.
We were looking for something where we could teach character development. Hydroponic was perfect.
She decided to create a space where at-risk youth could plant, grow, and harvest their own produce. The produce goes right back into the community in counties like Guilford and Alamance that are classified as food deserts.
They don't get a whole lot of positive reinforcement. They don't get that stuff. And this is a way that they can truly get something and they can actually see what they've done.
When Deborah Scales' sons, Ishan and Aaron, started working in the greenhouse, Scales says she saw tremendous growth.
I've seen a change in the way they socialize, and how they interact is very positively impacted me and the environment in our home.
It just does your heart. It's a heart therapy for me. It's nothing else. It's just heart therapy for me.
Working to reap what she sows.
The worst kid can be helped. You gotta find the diamond in the rough. You gotta find it. It's in there. And if you don't believe that diamond is in there, you won't search for it. I don't care what the circumstances are, you gotta find that diamond. It is never gonna glow until you get it out.
Cami Benke, Elon Local News.
Small's hydroponics program currently has 8 students, and she plans to expand her mentoring staff.
Tomorrow is the last chance to see School for Wives. The play is an adaptation from French playwright Molière. The play, originally a majority male cast, has now been brought into the modern age with an all-female cast. Elon senior Jacqueline Silva, who plays the lead role, says the show challenges stereotypes.
Really important role for me to play in terms of showing that I am a woman. I am playing this man who some may call misogynistic, some may call just kind of insane, and playing him in a way where I can present an image of empowerment.
For tickets, call 336-278-5650 or visit elonperformingarts.com.
And Pandora's Pies in downtown Elon is raising money for breast cancer awareness. For the entire month of October, customers can buy garlic knots shaped as ribbons. Owner of Pandora's, Peter Eustich, says this is more than just a fundraiser.
My mother is a 2-time breast cancer survivor,
So I thought of a cool, different way to kind of come up with raising money and making it fun and unique. Way to get a little extra money raised for the Susan G. Komen Research Foundation.
10% of the total sales will be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
When we come back, a look at how one small room making big connections here in Elon.
You're watching Elon Local News.
And we have our Amanda Gibson back in the studio with weather. Amanda, what's going on?
So this week we actually have Hurricane Michael coming in. It's currently a Category 1 hurricane that hit Cuba and Mexico today and is expected to reach the Carolinas as early as Thursday and will be bringing storms all week. Looking ahead for the Phoenix 5-day forecast, tomorrow we will have slight showers and a little bit of clouds, but the real rain will be coming Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, which could affect your plans for traveling back for fall break back home, especially if you're going south. So be wary as this hurricane comes up the Atlantic coast and is affecting Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. But Saturday we will see the sun again if you're staying on campus. Back to you guys.
Ancestry.com isn't the only way to find out about your family history. One local church in Elon is connecting people to their past. Hannah Masson has more.
Although there's 4,700 family history centers worldwide, there's one open to the public here at Elon. Director of Genealogy and Family History Center, Carol Moore, says it's more than just about living family members.
We believe that families are a big, important part of our happiness here on earth. And part of our families don't always live today.
Carol Canavai, who is new to genealogy, began working with the center in March.
I got involved in it because I have a kind of an interesting history that I wanted to find out about. I know that I have a great-grandfather that owned a quarry.
For those interested in learning more about their family history, Moore says to start with what's available.
So the most important thing to do is to start with what you already have. Go through those boxes that you have at home and find the artifacts and major things about your parents.
But for Canavai, the center's resources helped her fill gaps in her family history.
Especially my mother really never talked about when she was growing up, which I was always curious about. But so I didn't really know too much about it. I knew that she rode horses.
Although the center hasn't seen any Elon students yet, Moore says a lesson in family history might help.
If they know that their family members have gone through hard trials and they've persevered and overcome, it makes it easier for them to relate. They have their grounding in their roots, and sometimes it will help them overcome their challenges.
Hannah Masson, Elon Local News.
For more information and the address of the center, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Excitement from Elon's big win over the weekend is still evident on campus. Our Jack Haley is live in the studio with more. Jack.
What a weekend it was for Elon football. This morning, senior running back Malcolm Summers picked up CAA Offensive Player of the Week, thanks in part to a career-long 59-yard rush, and linebacker Zach Monson was named CAA Rookie of the Week with 12 tackles in his first career start. The Phoenix are now the highest ranked they've been in 10 years, clocking at number 5 in the country after one of the biggest wins in program history. The team knocked off James Madison University for the first time ever, 27-24 this past Saturday. After the final whistle blew, the celebration was on for the Phoenix, dousing head coach Kurt Signetti with Gatorade and returning later that night to a hero's welcome at Alumni Fieldhouse. They'll be on the road this weekend playing University of Delaware in Newark. Let's see what else is coming up for athletics this week. Men's soccer plays UNCW on Wednesday night at home, and they visit College of Charleston on Saturday. Women's soccer visits William & Mary on Thursday and hosts Hofstra on Sunday, and volleyball gets a much-needed break after losing all 4 home matches this past week. They will visit William & Mary on Sunday. That's all for sports. Samantha and Grace, back to you.
Thanks, Jack.
We'll be right back. Our Megan Lynn spoke with one individual who's raising money for Florence right on her front lawn.
When 12-year-old Story Johnson first saw the damage from Hurricane Florence, she says she was shocked.
You think of a hurricane, I was like, flooding, okay. 12 inches of rain, okay, that's not bad.
You see pictures. Oh my gosh, that's really bad.
She knew she had to help.
What if that happened to my house? How would I feel? And where would we get the money to help?
She decided to put on a lemonade stand and bake sale to raise money for victims of the storm, with a little bit of help from friends.
She asked us to come and help her. Yeah. So we were just like, sure.
And from her little brother, Jack.
You're helping a lot of people by doing this bake sale who might have lost their homes because of the hurricane. So, how does that make you feel?
Sad. Family friend Walter Boyd stopped by to help the kids out.
They kind of keep me young and encourage me, and it's so nice to see young people just really being conscientious.
He says he's not surprised they wanted to help others.
They're not what I guess most people would think of as typical kids only interested in video games and chicken nuggets and things like that.
And neither were Story and Jack's parents.
She would give you the shirt off her back. She is always wanting to help.
Yeah, big spirit, and always interested in other people.
They say they're learning from their own kids.
Somebody who's 12 years old can make a difference.
She's kind of taught me, and helped inspire me to pay more attention and do more.
Story also has some words of advice for people recovering from Hurricane Florence.
Have hope and pray every day.
In Burlington, Megan Lynn, Elon Local News.
As of today, the bake sale has raised $500. The Johnsons plan on delivering the check to St. Mark's Church this week, and where it will be sent with other donations to the North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund. Sam, I mean, that is just truly inspiring.
It was, that's just the sweetest thing. Story and Jack seem like amazing kids. I mean, when I was younger, when I had bake sales, I definitely pocketed the money for myself. I did not give it to someone in need, so they're really great for doing that.
Exactly, and I'm not sure what I was doing when I was 12, but it definitely wasn't raising money for hurricanes like these kids.
Oh, me neither. And the fact that Story knows about what happened and decided to do this is just, it's amazing. It's truly amazing.
It is, and $500, that's a lot from a bake sale.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, that is all the news we have for you tonight. Thank you for joining us.
And for all the news you need to know when we're off the air, make sure to check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And you can also follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great week, Elon.
Bumps, guys, bumps.